unboxing is from a publishing company called Canticos, and they do multilingual books. And I've seen a few of them, and I've really loved the books that they sent me in the past that were like interactive board books. And so I haven't actually gotten a package from them in a while, so this one just came, and I'm excited to do this unboxing. And this, yeah, I think they have books besides board books, but this is a box of board books, different kinds. I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. So this looks like a new series that I haven't seen called Tiny Travelers. And this is a search and find book, Treasure Quest, with characters Wolfe and Jaramillo. So Wolfe might be the monkey, or I don't know, there's actually two kids, so I'm not sure. And so this is a board book. There's facts. Yeah, I like how there's these kind of like this one's like a postage stamp, and this is sort of like a little sidebar. I thought this is interactive, but it's just a board book. But it has beautiful illustrations, and it looks like culture, but it also is like a scavenger hunt. So there's like a search and find element to it. So it's interactive in that respect. And it sort of gives you a feel for armchair traveling. And that looks wonderful. The next book is Bilingual Nursery Rhymes, De Colores by Susie Jaramillo. So, maybe actually Wolfe, this actually might be the author. So, yeah, that was my error. Oh, and this is the back. So it's actually, a picture book that I think it unfolds. Is that how it works? Oh yes, it is like an accordion, and I think you can read it. I think you can read it from two different directions. So that might be how they handle the bilingual aspect. So one side of the book is in English, and then you can flip it around and sort of, accordion, and you can read it in Spanish. And that is a really great way to introduce kids to language, so they can kind of get a feel for the words and the sentences and the like kind of the text flow from two different languages, because it isn't always exact word for word translations. So I think that's a really great way. And I think the format of this accordion is just kind of fun, because I think, I haven't seen a lot of books like that, and that's just kind of a fun way to read a book. This one is about letters, also bilingual, English and Spanish. Susie Jaramillo is the author and illustrator. And so here you have the kind of vocabulary building and alphabet. Yeah, that looks great. And it's like a board book. It's very sturdy, and it's like, it's like a good 1.5 inches, and it's not tiny, like it will fit small hands, but also like it won't get lost easily, like, falling in between the couch cushions. That one you'll be able to keep track of. So Pin Pawn is from the Emmy-nominated series. I don't watch children's programming so much anymore. Now that all my kids are high school or older, but I know, like, my kids would be more interested in the books if they were obsessed with the TV show. And so this looks like a gingerbread type story. So this has lift the flaps, and it is bilingual. And this one looks like it's a story about almost like routines. So I don't know too much about this character, but bilingual nursery rhymes. So maybe this is about the gingerbread man. Oh, that's cute. What a great idea. So this is a bilingual color book, English and Spanish. They've all been English and Spanish. I don't know if they actually do other languages. And I feel like that is, there's a real consistency to the characters. So the Canticos, this like little baby chick is showing up in a lot of these books. And also the illustration style is pretty consistent because it is the same author and illustrator of all of them. So that also makes for a nice, recognizable, like if a kid likes one book, you're pretty safe to get something that's slightly different because they already know and recognize the author. And so this one also is vocabulary building, first 100 words, English and Spanish. And so perhaps this is another TV show character. Yeah, because all the characters look familiar from the show. But here you're getting just a lot of... I think for kids who like the show or want to be introduced to the show, here's a way to also give them the words that are used in the show, and also just a way to reinforce the vocabulary, both in English and in Spanish. And it's nice, like to hear the word perhaps on the TV show and then to read it yourself, so to try the word out yourself by saying it, and then by also looking at it, and then seeing an image that relates to that word. I think that's a great way for kind of retention as well. I know my kids were exposed to Spanish and Chinese when they were young. They didn't retain that much, but I feel like any kind of exposure, kind of seeps into the brain and helps, lay a little foundation for learning languages. And so this is great. So a preschool board book series that's really focused on Spanish, English, bilingual skills, with a tie-in also of a popular TV show. So anyway, thank you so much to Canticos for sending me these books and for introducing me to these shows. And yeah, this looks like a great series. I know that it's just hard right now to get books if your library is closed like mine is. So I hope you guys are able to get your hands on these. Hopefully the libraries are opening soon. Thank you so much for watching. And thank you again to Canticos. I got one more book from Canticos. It came in a separate box, so I'm just going to add it to this unboxing because it's very similar. So this is a bilingual English-Spanish board book, accordion style. And it's based on this character Pin Pon, which is a Emmy-nominated cartoon children's show. And so what is really clever and interesting about this book is that it is a... this one actually is Lift the Flaps. So this is a Lift the Flap book, but I believe it is also, yes, accordion, which means you can read it from two directions. One side is in English, and then you can flip the book around and read it. The same exact story, with the same exact illustrations, with the same exact Lift the Flaps in Spanish. So you get a really good opportunity to, sort of enjoy a character that kids are maybe obsessed with because they watch the show. But it also reinforces the English to Spanish language by giving you the exact same story, the exact same page. So it gives kids a sense of how the language translates from one to another. And I think this whole Lift the Flap, one, it's a really great way to show the book identical from two different versions, English and Spanish, but also it's kind of a fun way to read a book that most children's books do not offer this kind of interactive format of folding the book out. So thank you to Encantos for this book.